It is the 6th of December 2023. It's a rainy day, but it has slowed down enough to get outside for a second, make a quick video. And because we do not have enough John Deeres around here, I went to a town called Sweet Home, Oregon, and grabbed a John Deere LX178. It's a little older than I really wanted to do, but I've never done one of these. This has that Kawasaki overhead valve V twin water cooled, so I thought, well, that'd be interesting. And the guy wanted a few bucks for it, and talked him down to nothing, so I went and got it for free. Got a tire without air that didn't cost extra to get the flat on the bottom tire. It's going to need a lot of, he says it has ignition switch issue, and these are a serious ignition switch slash ignition module, best I could tell. I see the throttle levers busted off. On the newer John Deeres, those are no big deal. The aftermarket makes them, but I haven't looked into this one yet. This thing hasn't run in, I don't know if this guy ever heard it run, to tell you the honest truth. But these are great engines when they work. I see the ignition switch is hanging in there. The brake lock lever, that thing, is missing in action. And I assume the missing thing there is the PTO switch, but I don't know that because I haven't had one of these before. So this is going to be an interesting deal. The deck looks great. I don't know about spindles and such, but that's irregardless. It's a heavy deck, that I can tell you because I loaded it. Yeah, so we're going to dig into this thing pretty soon. It's a project coming up. I have a lot of other things I'd rather do, and I'm kind of out of inside working space, so I think it's just going to get pushed to the back. So this is just a project introduction. If y'all know anything, have any information for me on the LX178, feel free to share it in the comments, and we will get to this project soon enough. I'm going to try and download a schematic off the internet for this thing and learn a little bit about these ignition systems. I guess it's a kind of like a car ignition system, different than, you know, just small engines ignition with magneto coils and such. All right, so just an introduction to a project. I am negotiating on another one right now, again, because I have so many. I want to negotiate them to free, and then I don't feel bad if they just get parked out back. But you know, I get pretty anxious if we get a nice day. I'm gonna want to fiddle with this thing, see if we can get it to run. That's my favorite thing to do. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Comment please down below if you know anything about these LX178s, especially on the ignition side. It doesn't have a battery in it. I've done nothing with it but park it here and get on to other things. Try to get it unloaded maybe tomorrow, and we'll go from there. We'll get a nice day, we'll throw a battery in it and see what happens. And in the meantime, I'll do some research and see what the heck we got. Guys, catch you on the next video. Alright guys, this is call it bonus footage, but it quit raining. It's the next day, but it quit raining. I had to get the tractor out. I just drug it out, tied it to the post and drug it out because I had to go back to the house in my back garage and get the silver pigeon. It is finding a new home. A guy is driving 3 days. He left yesterday. He'll be here tomorrow afternoon to purchase that from me. So he found it, one of my videos on YouTube, and he goes, "You still have that?" I go, "Yeah, you want to buy it?" He goes, "I do." We made the deal, and here he comes. So this thing is now unloaded, and I can't stand it. I've got to look at it. So let's see what we got here. Okay, the hood is busted. Yep, it broken. All right, had an interruption. Starting to rain a little bit now, of course. All right, we're gonna brave the weather, at least for a while. If it gets better. First time I ever touched one of these my whole life. Okay. All right. This is probably the headlights. It's like they've been chewed by a badger. Battery cables are present. I was told it didn't start and this ignition switch is bad and they're really expensive. Like 250 bucks. So it's full of oil. It's dirty but not horrible. It's got green antifreeze in it. That's cool. It's got a surge tank. It's got antifreeze. You guys want to check our filters? In case there's critters, you'll need to suck that in there. Look at that. I said critters. It's almost a new filter, but it's been chewed on a bit. We'll take that off. This will be fine. Oh, come on, don't rain. I just got out here. I don't want to get wet. Throw that in there. I grabbed the battery for the Cushman. It's handy and it was not installed, so. I just have to go get another one. This thing kicks off. I don't have a lot of hope that it will. I mean, but you never know. This guy didn't even have a key, so I'm not sure how he knew if this thing would run or not. I scrounged up a key, and then I ordered some more. Yeah. Come on, don't rain. I want to know what happened to this thing. Alright, let me get the battery hooked up. It's going to take a minute. Alright, battery's in. Now, let's see if A, it turns over, and B, does she got any sparkage? Which I'm not very confident it will. The brake lock is broken. The rod's in there still. Seat switch still present. Let me find something to trip that switch with. Well, the brake is already locked down. That would explain why I had trouble making it roll. I found a piece of paper and I shoved in the seat switch. So we got that going for us. Now then, will she crank? Nada, nothing. We got lights on the dash. I hear clickage. What if I can jump this cylinder? Oh, it's unplugged. Plugging in the starter solenoid. Try that. Whoa! Alright. Let's cross your finger. Now there's no fuel in this thing. I checked the tank. It's ugly in there, but there's no gas in it. So, and it quit raining for a second. Okay. Let me get some fire in a can here. I found some carb cleaner. I guess I'm out of starting fluid out here. I'm sure I got some in the barn, but this will work. If this thing busts off, I'm gonna be a happy camper. I was just looking at parts for this thing, and you can get everything, including the hood. I mean, the hood's not cheap, but it's not as bad as a lot of them are, pricing wise. Okay. This throttle lever's broken, but it moves. What do you think? Place your bets. No way. No way in heck. Oh my gosh, it just runs. Oh yeah. Listen. Dang. I need a minute. Oh my gosh. I'm ecstatic. Oh my goodness. I shut you down for a minute just so I didn't act like an idiot. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. I put the ignition switch back in this thing. It was just hanging there. And another ignition module thing the guys had acquired. I was looking those things up on the internet. They're $250. I'm like, oh my goodness. So anyway, I got company coming up the driveway. So I'll check back with you in a second. Alright guys, it's starting to rain, but I don't even care. The gas tank was completely empty. I took a wad of paper towels and a long nose pliers and sprayed in there with carb cleaner a couple times and swabbed it out. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. We're going to put some non-ethanol fuel in it, and I put a half a can of Berryman in it. I'm a seafoam guy, but Berryman's half the money. So that's what we're running in this. Half the money. Hope it's not all running out somewhere. Alright, let's kick it over and see if we can get it to pick some fuel up. See how that carburetor's doing. I put the air cleaner back on. Let's crank it a little bit to see if it'll go on its own. Give it a little help. We're just getting showers right now. We're not between showers, it's still showering. Give it a little run help. Let's do a quick filter change, shall we? Probably should have done that first, right? Yeah, let me get a filter. Alright, I think we got a little leak at that valve. But it's raining out, we'll be alright for now. We won't run it very long if it does run. We'll put all new lines on it. I shut it down, or I slowed it down, then it quit. Now it doesn't want to start. Slowing it down. Alright. It runs. The engine's great. It's flooding over something terrible. Actually leaking fuel right out onto the muffler, so before it gets too not so crazy, we'll shut her down and let that fuel leak kind of deal with it. But man, I'm ordering a carburetor and I'm ordering a lot of parts for this thing like right now. Perfectly good engine, and yeah, very stoked about this. Okay guys, this will be the real end of the video. We've diagnosed it. We're gonna have some work to do. We're gonna have some parts to put on. We'll get, you know, like all new fuel lines put on. We'll get the throttle cable, the PTO switch, a bunch of this stuff. I may not order a hood right away till we realize the rest of the machine is good, because that is a few $100, but about $100 worth of parts. I think this thing's gonna be good to go. All right guys, now we're out of here. Thanks for joining me. We'll catch you on the next one.